Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome to the MHB Postgame Show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, and with me today, I think Christian has some audio in the background. We muted him. We'll get back to him in a second. We got the intern, Pablo. Pablo is Mr. Availability. Pablo's Mr. Jaime Jaquez Jr. Pablo is Mr. I got nothing to do on a Friday night, so I'm fucking on.
That's facts. I mean, I don't do shit, so I'm just here.
Pablo, yeah. We also have the statistician and professional Photoshopper, Christian Hernadez.
What up? That game was ass.
That game was ass. That game was strippers ass. That game was, I don't even
No.
know.
No.
No, here. Apologies to strippers. Apologies to all the hardworking women at
Seriously,
Tipsy's
man.
And at 11. God, I love 11. That was a that was a basketball game for the ages, people. Chat says D Sizzle says rather have stripper ass. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, that first half they were cooking. In the second half, they were not cooking. I've been drinking tonight. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, and we got a lot to talk about. The Heat fall to the Phoenix Suns, who are a pretty bad team. No Kevin Durant tonight. Brad Beal did play. Devin Booker, softest motherfucker in the league, did play. I don't like him. Guys, that third quarter, it's just classic turd quarter. Classic Miami Heat ass. They got outscored by 12 that quarter. They scored 20 to Phoenix's 32. They won the fourth quarter miraculously. Phoenix only scored 19 points in the third quarter. And Miami, but it really the game was lost in that third quarter. They couldn't get anything going. Shots weren't falling. I thought they got a lot of good looks, but in reality, simple thing, Christian, can't get to the rim, can't generate enough good shots, only jump shots. They don't fall, you get fucked.
I mean, it was real tough. The beginning of the third quarter was just a series of Phoenix hitting a bunch of jumpers. And I mean, at least it was probably a series of 3 or 4 possessions in a row. You had Bam settling for jump shots early in the shot clock. You had Tyler missing bunnies at the basket. It was a rough night overall for Tyler. It was 4 of 17, 9 points on 17 shots. Grayson Allen had 21 more points than him on 2 more field goal attempts. I mean, I will say, I looked it up after the game. The Suns do not play tomorrow. So this was Grayson Allen's January 6th.
For Grayson Allen, he said, listen, it's January 5th today. Is it? No, it's January 5th.
It's January 5th.
January 5th.
Oh, by the way, Gianni, a really funny moment before you came on. Sorry, Pablo, I got to do this. But I made the January 6th joke to him when I first came on. He was like, what? What does that mean?
Happy
insurrection. Are you living under a rock, bro?
Happy insurrection to all who celebrate. Peyton Pritchard, Gordon Hayward, Grayson Allen, all those who celebrate. He killed them. And listen, this is classic case of random scrub Heat killer. Classic. This is a classic Heat game. On the road against a bad team that has a couple good players that are underachieving. The Heat get their ass kicked. They play a good first half and then fall apart in the second half. Pablo, another example of they just cannot get downhill. And in that third quarter, they tried. Kyle's going on drives. The lane closes. He kicks it out to an open shooter. Can't hit anything. Bam, trying. Tyler shoots the gap. Cannot get anything going. And it's just this it is really their life without Jimmy. And more than anything, that's what they miss. I'm trying to pull up their free throw attempts. I just don't feel they get to the line enough without Jimmy. Even when Bam does it, it's just the way they do it.
They had a lot of free throws tonight. They were getting fouled. But I don't think that's on the Heat.
They had 22. Foul. Yeah, they have free throw it.
I think that's just on the Suns playing bad defense and just hacking more than anything. But
it just doesn't feel within the flow of offense.
Yeah, but to your point, we just can't. If we can't score inside, we're not going to be able to score outside. And today was a perfect example of we needed to score inside to win this game because our threes were not hitting. We couldn't hit anything, not even like an open ball in the ocean. And to Carlos with the comment, defense was horrible tonight. Grayson Allen with 31 fucking points. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't know if you had the same reaction I did, especially at the start of the game. Jaime was targeted. Booker looked for him, and tonight is like one of the first nights that I was like, "Ooh, that's a problem." He was late coming off screens. Booker is obviously like one of the best two guards in the league. I think it's between he and Ant. And Jaime just as in that starting role today just did not have the chops to keep up with a guy like Devin Booker with kind of his scoring profile. Beal as well. Both of those guys just like he was a little out of his league tonight, and I'm not gonna blame him. But Christian, it looked kind of rough at times when they were targeting him in pick and roll.
No, it was clear. They were definitely picking on Jaime. I mean, Tyler's been a lot better this season on the defensive side of the ball, but he was also getting picked on tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had one
Duncan too,
especially. I mean, all of them really.
Every guard got cooked.
I mean, but it's
that's
tough,
every
man.
game.
It's hard for me to harp too much on the defense when you score 97 points.
But that was my thing.
Like Phoenix.
That's what I started. I was like, their offense was not good enough, and chat's like the defense. And I agree. And I just think that like they have this syndrome where they're like, and I watched the game at a bar with some friends, and I was like, guys, they play a lot of Tyler and Duncan and Kevin Love together. You're not gonna have a defense with bite when you play that many guys, and those guys can look good. And again, Phoenix is a team, Pablo. Miami zone, Phoenix is a team that's gonna be able to bust that, right? And they don't have the same zone that they've had in years past. This is a zone that is not as scary. This zone is more gimmicky than any of them because the other ones were with length and good defenders, and you're just trying to hide one guy. Now they're trying to hide three guys, and this is a great example of like you don't really have that option in your back pocket.
You can't play zone against a team that's just not missing. So they played zone like 3/4 of the game, and they just kept punishing the Heat with threes made instead of trying to put on more defender, like play Kane a little bit earlier. Like we know he's one of our better point of attack defenders. Put him on Booker, put him on Beal, try something. We kept playing zone, and they kept just destroying it.
It's just, again, the targeting guys, the lack of zone, all that. I mean, Bam did have a good game, right? 11 for 19, 28 points, 11 rebounds. The one assist is kind of like annoying about it. You know, Josh, by the way, shout out to Josh Richardson, 10, 8, and 7. Looking at you, Alphonse Sidney.
Talk about his defense, though. His offense is good, but his defense is still shit.
I mean, he's just listen, Kevin Love with another 20-point performance. When are we is Kevin Love the 5th best player on this team?
Gianni, all the advanced metrics say he's the best player on the team this season.
Let's be real. The top 5 players of this team in some order are Jimmy, Bam, Duncan, Tyler, Kevin Love.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, 15 points in the first quarter. Him and Kevin Love and Bam were the only ones who came to play tonight.
Kevin Love comes to play.
No, I thought Jay Rich had a pretty nice game. He was making some nice plays. Okay, wait, finally, somebody realized.
Drengerous in chat says,
should we let them in on
looks
this?
sprayed on. Christian has a Carlos Boozer beard.
Okay, first of all, my beard is immaculate, but
it's immaculate. If you go to an MHB watch party, you will see the immaculate beard that this man has.
But we also are playing with the touch-up feature on StreamYard.
Look at our eyebrows. Well, no, Christian and Pablo's eyebrows look like fucking caterpillars. Chat says Christian rocking the fucking Christian rocking the Carlos.
Y'all just jealous. Y'all just hate
me. Christian's beautiful. Yeah, but I mean, like, listen, guys, this is at the end of the day. To quote the great Alex Toledo, at the end of the day, this is not like a world is ending loss, but it kind of highlights all the things that we get concerned about, right? A bogged down offense, a defense without any bite, just these incredible lulls. And maybe Jimmy Butler fixes that. But I mean, Jimmy's missed a lot of games already, and they just haven't been healthy. Tyler, I mean, did Tyler play tonight?
No. He was out there running some cardio. He was at a track meet tonight.
9
What it
points,
felt like.
6 assists somehow, 1 for 7 from 3. Fucking yikes. 4 for 17.
He just kept chucking, and like he was like, yeah, he had those 6 assists. It didn't feel like it, but he just kept chucking, knowing it wasn't his night, and I just feel like he could have maybe gotten playmaker a little bit more instead of chucking those threes. Like he had like 4 straight bricks, like off first release too, like not even like looking at pass.
That's like the thing with Tyler, bro. It's like, and I like Tyler, but like he just has those nights where just like, are you there? Are you impacting the game? Like, what do you know? You cannot be that invisible. Like, and everybody on the timeline saying it. Even Trilly turned on his boy.
I mean, Gianni, you were talking about how they're throwing out lineups with Tyler, Kevin Love, and Duncan Robinson at the same time. You have to be playing good offense if you're throwing those lineups out there. So it's you literally cannot survive a night like that from Tyler. It doesn't matter what else he does. He actually he didn't turn the ball over tonight, and he made some plays, but you need him to score, especially with Jimmy out. Like,
especially when Duncan is struggling too. Duncan was really bad today. Like both, usually it's Tyler playing good or Duncan playing bad or vice versa. But today, when you have both of them playing bad, there's no way you can have them out there at the same time.
Guys, their offense was so bad that even in transition, they had an offensive rating of 82.
So mid 90s offense is what we're
Christian
rocking with.
Christian, an offensive rating of 82 in transition.
Isn't that consistent with basically what we've seen all season?
I mean, usually like your transition offense is like, okay, so in the half court today, they scored more points per 100 possessions in the half court than they did in transition. That is like, you're drunk. You're out of your mind. Like, you need an Uber home.
I mean, I think it speaks to the general issue with this roster. They're just not very athletic. Like,
that's been the thing, though. And Christian, I'm going to say this because, in our group chat today, shout out to Siobhan. Kuminga has been in trade talks. Siobhan's like, the Heat needs to get Kuminga. I don't want to hear Pablo. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from the Warriors fan.
I don't
want to hear from you.
Hey,
no, no, leave it. Drop it. Leave it.
I mean, look, it's hard for me to take this game too seriously. It's literally the last game of a long road trip. Like, they just want to get home at this point. Like, you can kind of tell by their body language throughout parts of the game.
Yeah.
I've never been to Phoenix. I don't know if it's fun. I imagine you just want to go home. I can't imagine their downgrade from LA for a week to Phoenix. You just take me back to Miami, bro.
Yeah, it's hard for me to be a prisoner of the moment in this kind of stuff. Like, especially when it's fucking January.
It's January without Jimmy, but I'm still upset.
I just think tonight shows.
Culture goes and said Pablo going 20 over the speed limit.
I just think that tonight shows how bad our offense is when we're not shooting lights out, especially without Jimmy.
Duncan was 1 for 6 to kind of give to your point. Like, they just fucking did anybody shoot well tonight from 3?
Wait a minute. The Suns mascot is a gorilla?
Yeah.
He's actually one of
the gorilla.
He's actually one of the most famous ones.
Nah,
I've never heard of him. Well, how is he famous?
The old Pelican one is the most famous.
That is the most famous because that's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen.
And Benny the Bull. Life. I think Benny the Bull.
Rocky's
famous. Benny the Bull. The Orlando Dragon.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest with you, Chris. I put Bernie.
I was literally going to say 100%. Bernie. I think Bernie's super famous. He's also one of the best and most intuitive mascots with probably the best name.
Bernie.
Yeah,
Bernie. Come on.
Yeah. Bernie. It's layers. It's just great. Bernie the goat. Chat says
we love it.
Bernie the goat.
Whoa, hold on. It's spelled burn.
Yeah, it spells burn. Yeah, it's like burn.
Yeah.
Knee. Like that. I put in chat. Like,
there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Carliana corrected. Somebody said Bernie looks at Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's how bad we played tonight. We're talking about mascots.
Mascot talk. Yeah, guys, it's like tonight was obviously like, kind of a sign of their warts. Bad shooting night. It is frustrating because like you want these wins and you want to stack these wins. I mean, New York won tonight. That's a team that's behind them. That means also Philly lost. It's a team that's ahead of them. You want to be able to kind of close the gap on the teams above you. And again, you just can't. I like that this person, Trevor, said Lowry's good for exactly 1 quarter.
It's true.
And I'm the Lowry apologist. I got to be honest with you. I'm getting a little sick of the start off good and then just not do much the rest of the game.
Wait, whoa, Gianni.
Yeah, no,
You're getting sick of Kyle?
No, I'm just sick of like the inconsistent, like you're good for 1 quarter and then like nothing else the rest of the game. And it's like, what's going on there? Like, you need more production out of him. And I think he's played very well this season. And I think the last couple weeks, it's been a lot of that. It's been a lot of like, oh, he looks great the first quarter. And then he just doesn't really do a lot the rest of the game. And today was a good example.
Yeah, he had as many minutes played tonight as Jovic did, which I feel like is pretty telling.
He has not played a lot of fourth quarters this road trip.
Which is, I feel like it's bad for us because we need, in those close games, we need a point guard in there.
He's not doing a lot to justify the playing time. And I got to be honest with you, like credit to him, like for not like sulking on the bench, like he's still active and stuff. But like we're past this moral victory stuff. Like you just need to like, bro, you need to justify like playing time in the fourth quarter. And again, Caleb's out, Jimmy's out, and Highsmith's out. Those are your best 3 wing defenders. Those are 3 of your most important defenders outside of Bam. Literally, it's Bam and those 3 guys. So all these conversations about the defense, it's, without your 3 best defensive players, I understand. Like, we're talking crazy here, but eventually, like, you need to start beating some of these bad teams. You gotta, you survive this road trip or whatever, get back home, win some games. It's just frustrating. And I think fans are frustrated. I'm frustrated. They need to win some of these games. And I don't know, man. I just want to win, bro. New York won, Philly lost. Just try to jump in the standings. You know what I mean?
Just fucking survive, man. Like we're again leading the league in injury minutes. It's the same fucking thing
every year.
Right. I mean, it's becoming a fucking constant trend. But at this point, just find a way to avoid the play-in. Or go in the play-in. I honestly don't care. I don't give a fuck.
I just don't think there's excuses. There's no excuses. I mean, we're used to this. So just find ways to win those gritty ass games and then no one's gonna complain. But when you go out there and you just fucking play like shit every other night, it's hard to justify what the hell they're doing. It's I don't know.
Somebody goes, Poltergeist goes, when's the last time this team did a pick?
That's so true.
I gotta be honest, dog. You talking real. Okay. Trevor said, can you guys talk about the elephant in the room, that Bill Simmons hypothetical
Which one?
trade that was kind of lit?
Oh, you do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. What was the trade? It was like LeBron for Tyler Herro, Jovic.
LeBron and Gabe for Herro.
Duncan, I think.
No. Herro, Kyle, or no.
Caleb.
Herro, Caleb, and
Jovic too. I think it was Jovic. It was those 3 and then some picks.
Bro, you do that in a heartbeat. Bye. Yeah.
I would love.
Chat says I'm scaring them with the shirt again. I'm gonna unbutton another.
One less button, Gianni. Every time they complain, one less.
I did 2 less buttons, baby.
Oh, the nipples.
Woo! Get some of that, baby. Get some of that.
I mean, if there's anything that should reinforce to the Heat that they need to win, it's that Gianni will take his shirt off on the postgame if you play like shit.
I'll take my shirt off. Somebody said HR. Somebody also brought up a point. Cardliana said we need to sign the creature at Bayside already. Listen, if that thing can give us 15 minutes for Spo and can he anchor a zone? I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of in on the Bayside creature. Have you guys seen the video? Pablo, can you find the video of the Bayside creature? I retweeted it. Could you pull up the video of the Bayside creature so we can show our audience what's going on? Christian, I know you saw the video while Pablo gets it up. Listen, they need a little bit of size.
Impossibly grainy image.
The impossibly grainy image is probably going to be even more compressed by Twitch and YouTube. It's okay, but this is how things work. That people allege that it was released by the government in the tunnels.
Oh, jeez.
See, if Pablo was a more veteran Heat producer, he would pull the video of me dancing at Christian's wedding.
Oh yeah, we got to do
that
the
would-
spin cycle.
Yeah, that would have been funny, but no, he's gonna pull up the actual video. No, just do your job. Bob, I threw poor Pablo off.
Where
yeah,
would
man,
I find that?
Never mind, it's over.
Don't worry, Pablo. I got you.
Don't
after
worry,
the show.
you failed.
No, I had the video here.
There we go. Pull up the
Oh,
video.
let's do it.
We got. Look at that. Okay, so we're about to zoom in. This is on New Year's Day. The police presence in Bayside. It's a lot of cops for apparently a brawl among teenagers with sticks, which I believe is slang for guns. That's a lot of cops, probably with nothing to do on New Year's Day.
Gianni?
Huh?
Nothing.
And people allege that there was a 10-foot figure in this video that you can't see because it's not zoomed in, that was there. And that 10-foot figure might be able to play power forward for the Heat.
But I don't get it. The cops are saying they didn't see it, but there's like 50 cop cars.
Yeah.
So what the fuck?
That's what we call black teenagers in Miami and cops over responding. So I believe that's what's happening here. But that 10-foot figure, Pablo, Christian, can he play a little defense? Can he switch the pick and roll?
What if it was just two of the kids with one on top of the other shoulders with like the trench coat? Like
what if it was Wemby? What if what they saw was Wembanyama and people are thinking it's an extraterrestrial?
But like,
what if it was Bol?
I mean, it could have been Bobo.
What if it was Bol?
Between Tyreek Hill's house on fire and the aliens at the mall, do you think the universe is telling us the Dolphins gonna win? I have a feeling that's not what the universe is saying.
The Dolphins are not winning tomorrow or on Sunday.
Yes, they are. They're winning
Johnny,
Sunday.
They're
don't
definitely
say that.
not winning tomorrow because they don't play tomorrow.
They don't play tomorrow. Sunday, best guess is the Dolphins win on Sunday.
Hell yeah, they're winning on Sunday.
You think Pablo thinks they're winning on Sunday? Are they beating?
Wait, I think it comes up now. Never mind.
I'm not gonna jinx it.
What do you think?
As long as I don't bet on Tyreek.
Okay, I'm so confused. Is this actually the video where we see the 10-foot tall dude? Because there's so many people on the sidewalks. How does nobody see this thing?
No, this is definitely not the video.
This is not the video, but that's what we had. So that is what it is.
The internet is so dumb.
The internet is dumb.
Yeah.
People, Christian, do I go to Hard Rock Stadium and stage the stadium?
You know what, Gianni? I was thinking about this today, actually, and I was actually going to hit you up about this
in private.
I think you and everyone else are right. I don't think it's right for you to do it because you are a Jags fan.
My soul's not in it?
Do you have the Dragon Sage?
I do. You want me to
Maybe
get it?
I'll go do it tomorrow.
Do you want me to get it?
I'll go with you.
I'll give it to you, and you can do it.
I think I'm gonna be there on Sunday.
I'll do it.
Chat says I look sexy drinking this. This is Glenn Goyne, 18 years.
I'm not gonna lie, man. It's a look. Also, Johnny, do you still have the touch up on maximum? Because I think it's actually like touching up your chest too.
No, yeah, it is. I do. Yeah, I do.
Yo, we should sign Tyreek.
I'm open for business.
10 day.
So everybody knows.
Have you ever seen Tyreek?
You know how much better our transition offense would be if we had Tyreek?
I've seen
Kevin Love would have a real target.
Dude, are you kidding me?
It's gonna be awkward when Tyreek says that Kevin Love is more accurate than Tua.
Yeah, except the problem is that Spo would still find a way to only play Kevin Love 20 minutes. Why?
Yeah.
Why is that? That's
Christian, because he's
crazy.
gray.
Bro, who cares? He's like the best player on the team.
They gotta save him.
5 for 5 in the first quarter.
Because in the playoffs, they need him. They can't risk it. He's like Kevin Love and Kyle Lowry are like their fulcrums of health right now.
That is not high miserable.
Spo gonna play Tyreek at the 4.
Have you ever seen Tyreek play?
Spo would love to play Tyreek at the 4.
I always reference this. Do you remember when Spo played Rodney Magruder at the 4?
Yeah, bro. For like a whole fucking season.
Against Kawhi Leonard. Poor Rodney Magruder. Spo loves playing undersized dudes at the 4.
Yeah, this is why it's like this is honestly what I get though, because I ask all the time, please, for the love of God, deliver us an actual sized 4 that can stretch the floor to play with Bam. And we're always just going to get 6'6" dudes.
We have
I
a
miss
like.
PJ. Would you take PJ back?
Yes.
No.
I
Oh
would.
my God, he's like 100.
It fits our team. I mean, at
In the
this
sense
point,
that we don't have a bowling ball? Sure.
we have all old people, so might as well.
I want to bring up one more
I
point.
mean, yeah,
before we go.
he definitely fits in that regard. He's like the anti-athletic team. Let's go.
I want to bring up one more point before we go, as I sip my 18-year Glengoyne from Scotland, from the Highlands. So, I've been listening to a lot of Udonis Haslam's podcast with Mike Miller, which, by the way, aside, UD's carrying Mike Miller. I gotta be honest with you, I don't even understand how they're friends. Mike's just there, and UD is carrying, and Mike is just like, haha, I love you, OG. Like, it's just
okay.
It's very.
I haven't
funny.
watched any of it. I'm not going to pretend I've watched any of it.
It's funny. It's very funny.
Everybody seems to love Mike Miller.
Mike Miller's great on the pod, but he doesn't do anything.
Universally loved.
He just goes, "Ha, UD, you're the GOAT." And it's like,
maybe that's why, because that's all he's just always hyping people up and just contributes nothing.
Yeah, UD, yeah, for real, yeah. So whatever. So on the pod, Bam tells. I listened to the Bam episode recently, and Bam tells like a lot of stories about like how UD like instills a culture, like when James Johnson kicked allegedly Hassan Whiteside's ass. UD like really made sure that everything was okay. And
wait, did we confirm that it was Hassan?
I have inside information that it was Hassan.
Okay, that was my guess. But so I'm very happy I guessed that.
I saw people in the timeline allege that was Dion Waiters, and I was like, Dion Waiters is a motherfucker from Philly. You think Dion Waiters is gonna like be trying James Johnson? Dion Waiters is not stupid. You know what I mean? Hassan's a little dumb.
Sorry, but. Yeah, I couldn't believe that Dion Waiters would cry. That's why
Hassan would. I mean, the only two dudes on that team would cry are Hassan and Kelly Olynyk, and I don't think Kelly Olynyk was trying.
Kelly's my goat, man.
I love KO.
He's
going
right
to Montreal next week.
He's my goat right here, Kelly.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like a crier. He seems more of like a. Ow, man.
Christian, I love the story. I covered a Heat Raptors game one day, and it was at home, and they got absolutely throttled by Toronto. And I go in the locker room, and I'm doing a story. I was doing a story on the Heat big men, and I go to talk to KO about the game and just like really about their defense. He's pissed. He had a bad game. They lost by 30, and he was just not happy. Just gave me nothing. Just like one of the most miserable experiences of my life. And I was like, I get it. I'm waiting for Hassan. Ryan Anderson sitting eating cheese out of like a little like, cheese and raisins. And he's like, you're waiting for somebody? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that's how it goes. You want to talk to me while you wait? I'm waiting for Hassan to come out of the dressing room. Because like Ryan Anderson watched KO give me nothing. He watched Kelly Olynyk just absolutely shut me fucking down. And I'm just there. It's just me and Cooper Moorhead in the locker room waiting for Hassan. And Ryan's like, tough night, huh? eats another piece of cheddar.
Johnny, do you remember when we were at Q and Ryan Anderson had dinner right next to us?
And he missed the game. There was a road trip, and Ryan Anderson was out for, quote, personal reasons. And we posted the picture of us at the restaurant, and somebody commented on the picture and like, I see personal reasons is behind you. Yo, shout out to Q, man. One of the GOAT restaurants in Miami. They're coming back.
Did they finally reopen?
I think they're reoguing soon. I think they're reopening this month, in January. Yeah, so shout out to Q, one of the GOATs. But yeah, guys, that's I don't know. We got more. That's what we got on the game tonight. I don't got much to say. I mean,
we suck.
I mean, yeah, man. It's just who do we face next? The Rockets, right?
The Rockets.
I mean, come back.
Ime has those guys playing.
Rockets aren't bad. They're not bad. Sengun might give us the work.
Ime has those guys playing.
No, I mean they got to show up to that Rockets game because after that game they got the Thunder at home, and that's not going to be any easier.
I mean, the Thunder have been blown out twice.
Carliana says, "Talk about reopening. Close the." Let me tell you something. This is MHB after dark, dog. This is MHB on the weekends. This is
I mean, bro, it's we're 6 minutes away from January 6th, actually.
Hey, 6 minutes. Hey, yo, happy Insurrection Day to all.
To all.
Shout out to you, Gordon Hayward. Shout out to you, Peyton Pritchard. Shout out to you, Ted Cruz lookalike Grayson Allen. Shout out to you, Danny Ainge. All the wonderful folk in Utah.
Danny Ainge.
We know. We know.
You can't
We
hide
know.
it from us.
We know the truth. Kevin McHale, we know the truth. Hey, happy January 6th to Precious Achua.
Oh, come on, bro. Do you remember when everybody thought that Bam was Republican?
GOP Bam, baby. GOP Bam. See you guys Monday for Heat Rockets, I think.
Deuces.